So the Sixers made their splash move. They got their guy in Paul George, but there is still one underlying issue. Matter of fact, I think it is a huge concern. This team has no power forward. Who is going to play power forward for this squad? We talked yesterday in terms of the cap room that they have right now, $9.2 million left. Do they try to facilitate a trade? Do they sign somebody? Well, today, a new target has emerged. We'll talk about if the fit makes sense in Philadelphia. We have a couple other cryptic tweets to get to. And matter of fact, one of the free agents remaining on the market had his brother reply to me on Twitter. You don't want to miss it all, as well as a crazy scenario from Sixer fans. But welcome on into Philly Take with RB. I'm RB. Do me a favor. Hit the like button if you enjoy these videos. Subscribe to the channel. We keep you covered every single day. And I want to start off with an actually hilarious story because Ramona Shelburne put this out on Twitter earlier today. Pretty good article about how the Paul George situation went down. And as you know, we were absolutely psychotic staying up till 4 a.m. But now we know why. Because Josh Harris apparently had his flight delayed by 2 hours. And he brought Dr. J with him to try to seal the deal. And PG said, nah, we're going to wait for Dr. J and Josh Harris to get here. So Josh Harris, I want to personally thank you for messing up my sleep schedule this week, and shout out to you. Could you imagine if Josh Harris would have missed this meeting and PG said, nah, I'm not doing it? Would have been absolutely crazy. But now that the Sixers have Paul George, their odds on FanDuel Sportsbook, as well as all the other ones, have them at number 3 next year to win the title. The Celtics at number 1, plus 300, Nuggets plus 750, and the Sixers at plus 850. Third best odds in the entire NBA. We're hearing analysts today call the Sixers the best trio. They have the best shot to go out there and win. They have a big 3. What do you guys think? Do you agree or disagree? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. But we need to get to a trade target because there's one player that has been brought up in previous mock trades, a guy we've talked about, and now his team is going into fire sale mode, and the Sixers need to go out and get him. I think it'd be a great fit. And he goes by the name of Dorian Finney-Smith. We talked about him a lot, especially in Mikal Bridges mock trades. Bridges went to the Knicks, but per Mike A. Scotto of HoopsHype, the Sixers are loading up and are showing interest in Dorian Finney-Smith. Quote, the Sixers have exploratory interest in trading for Nets forward Dorian Finney-Smith. League sources told HoopsHype, but nothing is considered imminent there. So there's been discussions. There's been talks. You know, maybe they're not able to get this done. When you look financially, I think Finney-Smith is making around $14 million this last year of his deal, but the Sixers right now only have 9.2 in cap space. So they'd have to get really creative. Maybe it would involve a trade. Maybe it would involve renouncing some of the rights that they currently hold. Maybe it would have to be, you know, inclusive with a guy like Ricky Council, for example. They would have to get creative to facilitate this, maybe even a 3-team trade. So it would get a little interesting, but do we want Dorian Finney-Smith? Because like I just said at the beginning, the Sixers have no power forward, and rebounding has been one of their biggest issues the last couple years, maybe even the biggest one, and it is still an immense problem. They have no power forward. So now that they have their roster pretty much set for the most part, who's going to rebound for this team? Who's going to help Joel Embiid? I've said multiple times this past year, if they just had an Aaron Gordon type, I'm not saying Aaron Gordon, but a type like that who can just come in, do the dirty work, and help take the pressure off Joel Embiid's shoulders, I think it would be very beneficial for them. Does Dorian Finney-Smith make sense, though, right? He's a power forward, or at least listed as one, could also play the 3, brings a lot of defensive versatility. This past year, he shot 34.8% from 3, and he averaged 8.5 points per game for the Brooklyn Nets. He played a bunch of years in Dallas, played the last 2 in Brooklyn, where they have stunk. He averages around 5 rebounds per game, 1.6 assists. So again, really just a catch and shoot guy. The goal as well is to surround guys like, you know, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and now Paul George with a bunch of shooting as well, right? Pretty much Embiid needs a team of shooters around him. Dorian Finney-Smith could be a 2-way guy, come in, help defend the perimeter, just bring some catch and shoot ability, and hopefully provide some rebounding as well. I still don't think it entirely solves the rebounding issue. They need a dog, man. And when I was looking at some of the free agents available, like, yes, Dorian Finney-Smith would be a great add, but they still need another guy. And I just don't know who it's going to be right now. So what do you think about Dorian Finney-Smith if they could get him from the Brooklyn Nets? There's also another Brooklyn net, which we'll talk about later in this video. But I'm starting to think a trade may happen soon. And here is why. Because Paul Reed put this tweet out a little earlier today. He deleted it a couple minutes after. But B-Ball Paul, shout out to my guy, put this out. God works in mysterious ways. And then the post was deleted a few minutes later. Obviously, Sixer Nation caught on to it. But what does this mean? Does this mean that Paul is about to get moved? Maybe they didn't want to put it out yet, and Paul's agent told him, yo, take this down. But it seems like, from all indications, all reports, that the Sixers are either going to waive him or include him in a trade. So maybe he got the news yet, maybe didn't. I don't know what's going to happen, but it seems like something is on the way. And I put out a list on Twitter, follow me over there at RB Philly Take, of the best remaining free agents at the power forward position. And it's Rocco, Kyle Anderson, Torian Prince, Precious Achiuwa, Dario Saric, and Marcus Morris. Now, none of these names are really alarming to me. They don't really move the needle. But one of these guys, aka the former Sixer, Marcus Morris, had his twin brother reply to me. Shout out to Markieff Morris. He said, switch the list from top to bottom. Thank me later. This was not in any particular order. Matter of fact, I'm not a big fan of any of these guys for the Sixers. But I would take Marcus Morris back 100%. Bring him back home. Shoot, bring both Morris brothers. Why not? Dario Saric, not really doing it. Precious Achiuwa, maybe the reunion with Nick Nurse, right? Pretty good rebounder. I think he averaged 6.5 rebounds per game last year. Rocco gets hurt a lot. Kyle Anderson would be a nice vet, but can't really shoot the ball as a wonky jump shot. None of these guys move the needle. So whether it's one of these or Dorian Finney-Smith, the Sixers are going to have to get creative. And that's really where we're at. That's really where we're at. Who could it be? Who's a hidden gem out there that they can find and try to pay less than $10 million to? Give me your thoughts down in the comment section. But we got to monitor. They need a power forward. Now, Sixer fans actually proposed one insane scenario, and I'm going to jump into that here in just a second. But before we do that, I got to give a shout out to our sponsor of today's show, and that is the great Mando deodorant. Right now, new customers can go to shopmando.com. and they can get $5 off of the Mando starter pack by using my code PhillyTake5. The link will be down in the description and the chat as well. Now, I've been traveling a lot this summer, but one problem is that I never know how much to pack. I either pack too much or not enough. But hygiene's very important, right? And you need all your stuff. And my problem has now been solved because Mando's acidified cleansing bar 4-in-1 has helped me simplify travel. It does all the work of a shampoo, face wash, body wash, and deodorant. It's like an all-in-one, and it can even create a rich shaving lather, which technically makes it 5-in-1. But the 4-in-1 bar is formulated with a gentle alpha hydroxy acid that stops odor at the source. If I'm being completely honest, I don't even know what the heck alpha hydroxy acid is, but I can tell you from experience, it works. My favorite, the Mount Fuji. I like the bourbon leather. Those are my two when it comes to all their products, but everybody that I've referred to these products has come back to me personally, said, yo, RB, these have really changed my routine for the better. So you got to check it out. Of course, my favorite product, the Mando deodorant, Mount Fuji, it will change your life. It is both comfortable, it lasts long, and for somebody that has problems with sweating, I finally found the product that helps me out. And the best part is that it's a whole body deodorant, whether it's that, the cleansing bar. These products are for your whole body. So they do all the work for you, and it's safe to use anywhere on the body. They're clinically proven to control odor better than a shower with soap alone. So right now, again, new customers can get $5 off of the Mando starter pack. Go down to the description, click the link shopmando.com, and use the code PhillyTake5 to get $5 off of the Mando starter pack. Shout out to them for sponsoring this video. All right. Let's go back and talk about this wild scenario. I almost lost my damn mind earlier. I thought it was a joke. I thought people were joking with me. No, they're serious. Sixer fans want to trade for Dorian Finney-Smith, and they want to sign Ben Simmons. They want Ben Simmons to get bought out by the Brooklyn Nets, and they want him to come back and be the power forward for this team, to rebound and to pass, because we don't have enough passers and rebounders. Give me a break, bro. Keep Ben Simmons as far away from this team as possible. Don't even let him get near the facility, all right? I don't have to go back in history and go down a rabbit hole and explain everything again. The evidence is there. Go back, watch the videos on the channel if you don't know who Ben Simmons is. If you do know who he is, like I even had people replying on this tweet saying real Sixer fans would welcome him home. no, we don't want him anywhere near. Not only is his time over with here in Philadelphia, I don't know how long he's going to be in the NBA. He can't stay healthy. He can't stay on the floor. And it just does not make any sense at all to bring him back. The fans would go nuts. Like, it's just not a good idea. It's not a good pairing. The drama, all of it. Daryl Morey knows this. Keep him far away from the Philadelphia 76ers. I can't believe I have to explain that, but apparently I do, because some Sixer fans want Ben Simmons back on this team. Insanity. Anyway, Joel Embiid, according to Ramona Shelburne, has shown no indication that his patience with the organization would waver in the future. She talks about guys like Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, James Harden. Good to hear that Joel Embiid still has trust somehow in this organization. And it says he has been patient and shown no indication that his patience would waver in the future. But everyone involved understands that the window to win with him will not stay open forever. And that is why, whether you like Paul George or don't, this was the move that had to be made. This is your best chance to leap into contention and try to get past the second round. It had to happen. Daryl Morey made the decision, and here we are. Lastly, one free agent that could be back, Kyle Lowry. And earlier today, Phoenix Suns signed Monte Morris. They've been in the market for a point guard. Everybody thought it would be Kyle Lowry, but Kyle Lowry pretty much wants to come back to Philly. And this gives me confirmation that it's going to happen. Just don't know when. Maybe it'll be the last move. Maybe he'll get a minimum. But the Suns got their point guard. So Kyle Lowry will likely be back with Philly. Do you like that move or not? Give me your thoughts on that and everything down below. But with that being said, man, who's going to play power forward for this team? Could a trade happen here in the next couple hours? Hopefully it doesn't happen before I post this video. Either way, if it does, we will keep you updated. So be sure to turn on those notifications. And with that being said, man, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Give me all your thoughts down below. Appreciate you all. And I will catch you on the next one. Peace.